Was China's entry into the Korean War a surprise? Was China's entry into the Korean War a surprise? This question takes us back to the early days of the conflict, which began on June 25, 1950. On that day, North Korean forces crossed the 38th parallel, invading South Korea. The United Nations, led by the United States, quickly intervened to defend South Korea. They pushed North Korean troops back toward the Chinese border, creating a tense situation. Now, let's consider China's perspective. Chinese Premier Zhou Enlai had warned the United States that, if United Nations forces crossed the 38th parallel, China would intervene. This warning was clear, but the United Nations forces proceeded anyway. On October 19, 1950, Chinese troops crossed the Yalu River into North Korea. This move was framed as a response to the threat posed by United Nations forces nearing China's border. While some anticipated China's involvement, the scale and timing of the intervention caught many off guard. General Douglas MacArthur, who led the United Nations forces, underestimated the likelihood of China entering the war. The Chinese offensive began on November 25 and 26, 1950, and it took the United Nations forces by surprise. This marked a significant escalation in the conflict. From a communist viewpoint, China's intervention was a necessary step to protect its socialist allies and maintain stability in the region. The surprise element was not that China would intervene, but rather the timing and the force of their entry. This transformed the Korean War into a broader conflict, involving major communist and capitalist powers. China's involvement demonstrated the commitment of communist states to support each other against perceived threats from capitalist nations. This solidarity was a key aspect of communist ideology during the Cold War. It highlighted the importance of international cooperation among socialist states. In summary, while China's entry into the Korean War was not entirely unexpected, the timing and scale of their involvement certainly took many by surprise. The conflict became a defining moment in the post-revolution consolidation of Power Four communist nations, showcasing their willingness to stand together against external threats.